Madam Lock is very good.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, what's the...
Oh, he's doing it, bro. This is going to be in the video 6 months later.
But what is that? Oh, that's the batter.
It's the batter, yeah.
Kabocha is godlike.
Chris took me to the Steve Jobs' favorite restaurant in Kobe. Not Kobe, sorry, Kyoto.
Steve Jobs'
favorite restaurant.
You love Japan.
And I quickly saw why it was Chris's favorite restaurant, because they did tempura, except they did Wagyu tempura. And at the end of the meal, he'd be like, do you want anything else? And Chris would go, what do you want? And I was like, Chris, just order the 5 Wagyu tempuras again, just do it. And he's like, okay, if I must.
I will bear this burden.
Mutsu, Wagyu tempura onegaishimasu.
I have the DNA of a god.
This is one of
the digestive tract of a goddamn mule.
And it's one of those restaurants so fancy that you literally have like a server just for you who's in like a kimono, who will literally they get so stressed out whenever you start talking.
Chris
so,
is a menace. He's a terrible menace.
He's a
Did
menace.
you know that when we were drinking one night and I was planning my trip with my wife for our honeymoon, and he was like, "Where are you going, old boy?" I was like, "I'm going to Paris with her. It's going to be amazing." He goes, "Paris? A bunch of troglodytes running that city." Whatever he said, whatever, here's what Chris says. And he goes, take her to a modern city like London. And I said, that would be fun actually. I would like to go to London for like a night. And he goes, no, old boy, give me your phone and I'll find you the finest of establishments. And my phone didn't work because I don't have a credit card with his limit. And he goes, and he was like, I'll take care of it. And he thumbed through his things and drank some more. And I said, what are you doing? He's like, don't worry about it. And then he sent me a PayPal invoice for $3,000 for one night. He took me to the Savoy or something where I had, and he goes, well, go ahead.
It's like a very famous hotel in London, but it's kind of like old famous. It's not like good by modern standards, but it's just been famous for a very long time. Yeah. Very expensive.
And I was like, why would you possibly? He goes, you have a butler. I go, what am I going to do with the butler? He goes, well, they buttle and fix your bags and things. And I was like, Chris, that's more than the flights that I paid for. Oh, I got 3 nights in an amazing place in Paris. He goes, yes, but your wife will never forget her experience in London. My wife was robbed 14 feet from that hotel the next day of my passport, my credit card, and $4,000 US. And I was also robbed from the bill of playing for Michael the butler.
You have to admit, it is crazy to carry $4,000.
So here's why I did that.
I know what you did,
it was
but it is
because
crazy.
of your stupid bread store, by the way.
What?
We went and bought sandwiches somewhere in LA, and I was trying to be generous, and I was like, I'll pick this one up, right? But my card was declined because it was they were like, we don't know what this is from where you're at, so I paid with cash instead. And I was terrified that when we went to our honeymoon, there would be a situation where I would get hurt, or there would be a medical situation or an emergency, and my card wouldn't work because I was afraid. So I brought a huge amount of emergency money to cover any sort of tragedy.
4K is crazy to carry in cash.
I had euros, I had my US dollars, and I had these other bills and other things. The problem was I had taken it every single place we'd gone. I'd had it on my chest, strapped under my shirt. And as soon as we got to the hotel, I'd put it in the safe and lock it. But at this $3,000 hotel, we were waiting to go get dinner. And my wife's bags never arrived. So I called my butler, Michael, and I was like, excuse me, where are the bags? He goes, yes, I've been checking for your bags. There seems to be a bit of a mistake, and we've misplaced them for a moment. And they brought my wife's bags in. It had snow all over it, and they'd been left outside for an hour. And I said, and I was like, it's fine, it's okay, it's not a big deal. But the next day, Chris also signed me up for, you got to have afternoon tea.
You have to.
Yeah, he didn't mention this was 240 pounds, and which is a lot of money.
That's insane. No afternoon tea should cost that much.
And so, I'll wait for a second for this to be served to finish this boring story.
That is insane.
It's boring because I hate retelling that I lost $4,000.
Afternoon tea should never cost more than £50.
It was
the most fanciest
so
of fancy.
expensive. I think this is what...
Well, Chad, you have to understand, Chris has very expensive tastes.
He does.
Very, very expensive tastes.
So the end of the story was, because our afternoon tea time was at the same place but at a different time of our checkout, I was afraid to leave the money in her bag with them because they had lost our bags. So
we had a safe, right? You couldn't have...
No, because we had to check out at 11 and afternoon tea was at 2.
Okay.
And I said, honey, I have to go meet a friend of ours, a mutual friend at the pub. And she's like, I want to go take a picture of Big Ben. I was like, okay, you're responsible to me, and I'll be drinking with a bunch of strangers. And I put it in her bag, and she was taking a picture of Big Ben, like a lovely tourist, and someone unzipped her bag and took her wallet, which had nothing in it because she brought a fake wallet with just like a little bit of my money. And then my one pouch that had $4,000 and my passport and my stuff.
That must have been the best day ever for that guy there.
My point is that bastard shows me the most expensive Churchill suite ever.
Is that what it was called?
Not the Savoy story.
Yeah, you roll your eyes when it was my money being spent.
I paid for it for you.
You charged him.
So he recommends you a bit of a pinch of salt as well.
That's what I did.
Little
Shit,
pinch
too
of
late.
salt, little shio.
Give you the ability.
That was a nice hotel, though.
Not worth $3,000.
No, certainly not.
Not at all.
There's so many good hotels in
Did you
London.
say not at all?
Well, because
I didn't go to Churchill
I stayed at that hotel in Covent Garden.
Yeah,
And that was great, right?
that was decent.
No,
That's
Chris
like-
did not pay. There's a big difference.
I should pay.
And then you invoiced
him.
Because my card didn't have enough on the limit. A huge difference that my card was declined on your checkout.
Saying I did pay is crazy.
That is insane to claim that.
I mean, objectively, I paid. But then
No.
he gave me the money.
Objectively,
He
technically,
gave me the money after. Right?
You did not objectively play, you technically paid.
Yes.
But the faith of the word paid, you
But
did
I
not
mean,
do.
I wanted Yuki to have a good time.
She did.
You know,
She wants to go back to Paris.
see? Nice Chris.
Dude,
She did never forget it. It was a lovely room.
trying to find the hotel I sent you to.
That was
by
the
way.
room where Churchill discovered World War II was about to happen.
And that's where they got the call.
Got the call, right?
Yep.
Wait, genuinely?
The Germans
Yeah,
have
they kept
invaded
the
Poland.
phone outside his suite. And there was,
Yeah, he was having a cigar, and he got a phone call, the fuckers have invaded Poland.
So this is a 5-star hotel that is a tenth of the price of the room you paid, and it's genuinely amazing. And I told Lud to go there too.
But did Churchill receive the phone call from World War II?
No, but it's comfortable.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite like the other cool thing about the Savoy was it has the world's first elevator.
I wouldn't want to ride the world's first elevator.
It was very
I'd
slow.
rather ride the world's last elevator.
Shio bar, okay.
I like Paris.
More than London?
They're different. I haven't had good experiences in London.
I mean, London is the place where the first ever Premier Con happened.
That is true.
I think Paris can be charming.
I like it.
It can also be fucking hot shit.
What's this one go with?
Salt.
Ichigo Ichie.
I know that, Chris, your heart was in the right place, though. I do appreciate that.
Thank you.
You just thought I was a wealthy man. It was a honeymoon that we'll never forget.
Because you got wrong.
That's true.
No, because it was a good experience.
Good.
And the afternoon tea was nice.
Have you been to Brittany?
Huh?
Have you been to Brittany in France?
No.
Brittany's nice.
I don't go to bougie places in France, really.
Okay. Well, Brittany's pretty nice.
It's bougie, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bougie. It's nice.
I've been to one bougie place,
Wow.
St. Paul de Vence.
Oh, that's bougie.
I was bougie, that was nice though.
I will admit, I do prefer London to Paris.
Treat the tail.
I mean,
Paris, the highs are higher than London, but the lows
I
are
like
lower.
the tail.
that's true.
Did he?
Just get a better itinerary.
Yeah, I like the tail.
Blood, you eat the tail?
I munched that shit.
I love the tail.
Why not? It's just crunchy.
It's been tempura. It's been deep fried.
I didn't eat it. I lied to you.
Great.
Where is it?
I'm kidding. I ate it. I ate it.
You don't like it? We used to have it with everything because it kind of.
I don't like the tail either. It's like plastic.